Welcome to the 2024 Disney Parks News Roundup, where we recap everything that has opened and closed at the Disney Parks worldwide throughout the year. Let's begin. January saw a lot of closures as new projects began at the Disney Parks. On January 7th, the final performance of Tale of the Lion King was held at Disneyland. The next day, January 8th, saw the debut of the Disney Electrical Sky Parade at Disneyland Paris. January 9th saw a lot of changes at Walt Disney World, including the return of a Disney dining plan, all-day park hopping returning, and theme park reservations no longer being required for date-based tickets. After 4 years of being closed, Tarzan's Treehouse reopened at Hong Kong Disneyland on January 18th. On January 21st, Big River Grill and Brewing Works closed at Disney's Boardwalk Resort. The following day, January 22nd, Disneyland's Haunted Mansion closed to make way for a major queue renovation. A few days later, on January 25th, the Disneyland Hotel at Disneyland Paris reopened after its major princess renovation. Back in the Magic Kingdom, the Country Bear Jamboree closed on January 26th to begin its conversion to the Country Bear Musical Jamboree. Finally, on January 30th, the Paradise Pier Hotel officially opened as the Pixar Place Hotel. February was a quiet month for Disney Park news. On February 10th, A Million Splashes of Colours debuted at Disneyland Paris as part of the park's Symphony of Colours celebrations. Over in Walt Disney World, the ice-cold hydraulic snack stand opened in Hollywood Studios on February 20th. Finally in Epcot, Soarin' Around the World returned to the land on February 28th, having been replaced by the original Soarin' in September 2023 as part of Disney's 100th anniversary celebrations. March was another slow month for Disney Park news. On March 2nd, 2024, the Doug and Russell meet and greet returned to Animal Kingdom. A few days later, on March 6th, the Overland Trail Cafe opened at Disneyland Paris, serving churros. Over a year after it was supposed to open, Donald's Duck Pond opened at Disneyland's Toontown on March 22nd. Finally, on March 31st, Tortilla Joe's closed at Downtown Disney. April saw some new additions at the domestic parks. On April 5th, brand new scenes were added to Star Tours at Disneyland, Hollywood Studios and Disneyland Paris, featuring Ahsoka, The Mandalorian and Andor. A few days later on April 10th, 1900 Park Fair reopened at the Grand Floridian Resort and Spa after being closed for 4 years. In France, Studio One closed its doors for the last time on April 24th to make way for its transformation into world premiere. Finally, Pixar Fest kicked off at Disneyland Resort on April 26th, bringing with it the Better Together, a Pixar Power celebration at Disney California Adventure, and Together Forever, a Pixar nighttime celebration at Disneyland. May saw the debut of several new shows at the Disney Parks. On May 1st, Critter Country at Disneyland temporarily closed alongside the Briar Patch store and Have a Pooh's Corner to make way for Tiana's Bayou Adventure. The next day on May 2nd, Paseo, Centricos and Tiendita opened at Downtown Disney as part of its transformation. Over in Magic Kingdom on the same day, Smellephants on Parade opened in the Storybook Circus section of the park, an elephant scent-themed scavenger hunt. Towards the end of the month, on May 24th, Fantasmic officially returned to Disneyland following a fire in 2023 causing the show to go on hiatus. As part of its return, the Peter Pan scene returned for the first time since 2017, and the show received a new ending. The same day at Walt Disney World, Dreams That Soar debuted at Disney Springs, a new drone show that would last until September 2nd. Finally, on May 25th, at Disneyland Paris, Alice and the Queen of Hearts Back to Wonderland debuted at the Walt Disney Studios Park in the newly reopened Theatre of the Stars, a musical BMX show themed to Alice in Wonderland. June was a busy month for Disney Parks. From June 3rd to October 7th, 2024, The Adventure of Rhythm debuted at Shanghai Disneyland, finally replacing Tarzan the Encounter, which closed in 2019. On June 6th, Fantasy Springs opened at Tokyo Disney Sea, adding 4 new attractions: Peter Pan's Neverland Adventure, Tinkerbell's Busy Buggies, Rapunzel's Lantern Festival, and Anna and Elsa's Frozen Journey. And the Tokyo Disney Sea Fantasy Springs Hotel. The same day, Disney Cruise Line's latest private destination, Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point, officially opened. A few days later, on June 10th, the temporary show Celebration Encanto debuted alongside the newly opened Communal Hall and Plaza. To mark the arrival of Inside Out 2 in cinemas, a Joy Meet and Greet opened at Hollywood Studios, whilst Anger began meeting guests at Disney California Adventure and Walt Disney Studios Park. On June 17th, Test Track closed at Epcot to make way for its retheming. Over at Magic Kingdom, the Frontierland Shootin' Arcade closed on June 23rd, whilst Tiana's Bayou Adventure officially opened on June 28th. Finally, on June 30th, Doctor Strange Mysteries of the Mystic Arts closed at DCA. July saw several openings at the parks. On July 1st, the new DVC cabins at Fort Wilderness opened at Walt Disney World. The same day at Disneyland Resort, Din Tai Fung opened at Downtown Disney. Over in Critter Country, the Hungry Bear restaurant closed on July 8th as part of Critter Country's transformation. In Magic Kingdom on July 17th, the Country Bear Musical Jamboree opened in Frontierland, now with Disney songs. On July 24th, Genie Plus was replaced by Lightning Lane's Multipass at Walt Disney World and Disneyland. The same day in Disneyland Paris, and on July 26th in Disney California Adventure, Deadpool made his park debut to promote Deadpool and Wolverine. Finally, in Tokyo Disneyland, Space Mountain closed on July 31st to make way for its transformation, set to reopen in 2027. August was a quiet month at the Disney parks. After nearly a year of construction, the Blue Ribbon Corn Dog stand opened at the Boardwalk Resort on August 23rd. A week later, on August 30th, 3 new scenes were added to Les Pays des Contes de Fées and Disneyland Paris, themed to Frozen, Winnie the Pooh, and Up. Not a lot happened in the Disney parks in September, with the only thing being the new nighttime projection show Reach for the Stars, making its debut on September 20th at Tokyo Disneyland. October saw some projects finally end while some began. In Hollywood Studios on October 7th, Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy closed to make way for a new villain-themed show coming next year. After a year delay, the Cake Bake Shop opened on October 25th, 2024, at the Boardwalk Resort. The same day, Ray's Berets and the Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree opened in Disneyland's Critter Country. The month ended with the closure of Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blasters at Tokyo Disneyland, which is set to be replaced by a Wreck-It Ralph attraction, closing on October 31st. November saw a lot of additions at Disneyland. On November 13th, Louie's Critter Club opened in Critter Country, with the land being renamed on November 15th to Bayou Country. That's because the same day Tiana's Bayou Adventure opened, set in the Bayou. Over a week later, on November 26th, the new Haunted Mansion Extended Queue opened. Over at Walt Disney Studios Park, Doctor Strange Mystery of the Mystics debuted as a nighttime Avengers activation. We round out the year of December and some big additions. On December 1st, 2024, the sports bar and New York style sandwiches closed at Disneyland Paris' Disney Village to make way for a new sports bar and lounge. A few days later, on December 6th, Disneyland's Downtown Disney saw Avengers Reserve and D-Lander Shop open. Over in Walt Disney World, the DVC Island Tower at the Polynesian Resort opened on December 17th. To round out the year, the new cruise ship, the Disney Treasure, made its maiden voyage on December 21st, 2024. 2024 was a slower year for Disney parks as projects came to an end. 5 new attractions opened thanks to Tokyo Disney Sea's Fantasy Springs, whilst Magic Kingdom and Disneyland opened Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Meanwhile, the Country Bears received a new update, the Disney Cruise Line added a new ship and a new island destination, and both Disneyland and Disneyland Paris received hotel refreshes. With 2025 set to be an even quieter year, let's see what Disney has up its sleeve for the next year.